And we are live with episode 4 of The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. We are finally at the end of the prologue, but first things first, we got a secret mission! Anyway, it's a test that apparently is, why do I feel like... Excuse me, Michelle, we came back like you asked us to. So what did you want to show us? Well, well, there you are. How cute of you to come running like a group of puppies when I call for you. Ahem, well, if I recall correctly, you mentioned you had some kind of plan and measure competency, right? You sure did recall correctly. If you're feeling up to the challenge, what do you say to taking a little test? Huh? What kind of test is it exactly? Oh, nothing too complicated. I'll pick out 10 questions at random for our test bank, using the written portion of the bracer exam. That way, I'll be able to know if you're at least as knowledgeable as a junior bracer, if you manage to get all 10 of them right. However, if you were to fail, there'll be no place for us to operate in Crossbell, where some of the continent's greatest bracers have gathered. Am I correct? Man, talk about putting on the pressure. So we missed one question, and we're going to be labeled a bunch of dumbasses. That's kind of a raw deal. I mean... considering what we saw, like, half an hour ago, yeah, that's fair. Oh, pshaw, not at all. I'm not doing this to put you guys down, that's just not my style. So here's a tip for you. You can study stuff that's going to be on the exam over at the public library in the administrative district. Remember, giving you this test, see if you'll actually be worth your salt when it comes to helping the citizens of Crossbell. So, are you guys up for the challenge? Sure, we'll give it a shot. That's what I'm talking about, maybe. Yo, Lloyd, you sure about this? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, honestly. We had to take similar exams back at the academy. And besides, it's almost like I'm running away if I back out of it now. It wouldn't feel right. I understand what you mean, and I agree. Likewise. Guess there's nothing more to say then. Let's do this. I like that feisty attitude. By the way, Lloyd, I get the impression that you're the leader of the group in a way. Want to take a crack and answer the questions on behalf of everyone else? Yeah, I'll do it. Ooh, I love that look in your eyes. It's giving me the willies. Okay, boys and girls, let's get this party started. Bracer Guild Receptionist shall test. Bracer General Education Examination. And now the first question. This one will be a cute freebie to get you warmed up. As we all know, the Orbital Revolution brought forth technological advancements of orbits to our continent. The question is, how many years ago did it occur? Pretty sure it happened about 50 years ago, right? Bingo! Right you are, my friend. Don't let it get into your head, though. That one was just a freebie. But really, it's crazy to think about how much orbital technology has advanced in the last few decades. Yeah, now consider how much it advanced in the last 20 years. Back when I was a little kid, I would have never imagined riding in something as fancy as a normal car. Seemed like something straight out of some fairy tale. Dude, that's one hurdle down. Anyway, on to the next question. Question numero 2. On two, technically. Why is he saying it in French? The driving force behind the Orbital Revolution was all thanks to one man's prototype Orman. This one's another gimme, but it was creative said Orman. I hate them for asking this question. I know this one. It's Professor C. Epstein. Huzzah! You got the right answer. Did you guys know that people were skeptical of his invention at first? They probably just didn't see what the big deal was. Once people began to realize just how gosh darn useful they are, they quickly became as an integral part of our daily lives. The FC Foundation has made great efforts towards the research and adoption of orbital technology. That much is common knowledge. And the orbital staff I use for combat also falls under the Foundation's research efforts. Oh yeah, Tio totally mentioned that she's employed by the FC Foundation. That was a close call. She probably would have given me quite a glare if I screwed that one up. Enough to chat. Next question. We all know that quartz are the key component to any orbital device, right? And to synthesize quartz, you need sepith. When I talk about sepith, what specific form of septium am I referring to? believe they're septium fragments. Oh, heck yeah, you got that right, buddy boy. Septium fragments are refined into quartz, which we then use in our orbital devices. Monsters are near septium, so they often end up munching on sepith. Defeating critters is an easy way to obtain sepith, so keep that info in your back pocket. So far, so good. These questions are all common sense. Is our pair for question 4. Our good friend, the Erebonian Empire, lies to the west. Its important and overwhelming existence can be felt by all of us cross Bellins. Imagine you've probably seen the emblem before. Can you recall what the symbol of Erebonia is? Chat. Bracers, Libero. The Golden Stallion. At least the Golden Stallion, right? Nay, is what I'd say if you were wrong. But you're right! It's no secret that the pride of the Erebonian Empire lies in its unmatched military might. The Golden Stallion is a symbol of that power of theirs and thus is on the country's emblem. There was once an order of knights in the Empire known as the Eisenritter. They are known for employing cavalry, so that may be why the Empire adopted the Golden Stallion as its emblem. Nice, managed to get that one right somehow. Now for question 5. We're almost halfway through this little quiz, so hang in there. A nation known as the Calvar Republic sits directly to the east of Crossbelt, opposite the Erebonian Empire. It's no exaggeration to say that Crossbelt's entire history revolves around the long-term struggle for power between Erebonia and Calvard. Now question is this. What is the name of the primary manufacturer of orbital and heavenly weaponry? Vern. Heavenly weaponry for the Republic. This is Libero. Rhineford we know is Erebonia. Elisa. The Vern Company. Oh, this one's easy. It's the Vern Company. Vern, baby, Vern. That's exactly right. Calvard's Vern Company Erebonia's Rhineford Company are famous as the continent's 2 largest manufacturers of orbital weaponry. However, software totally discuss the weapons development. They're also soft for making vehicles, appliances, and plenty of other nifty items. I have it open, yes, but like... Phew, another question down. The lead in for that one threw me off a little, so I'm glad I got it right. Looks like we made it a little past the halfway point now. You are giving a valiant effort. Nice job, fearless leader of ours. You keep this up, I'm sure you'll have no problems plowing through the rest of it. You're doing great, Lloyd. I'm thoroughly impressed. Come on, guys. I don't think I've really been that impressive. It's all pretty common knowledge so far. Yeah? Pretty common knowledge if you've played through Cold Steel and Sky. Well, regardless of all you're doing, you still got 5 questions left, buckaroo. I think you've had enough to time war up, so it's time up the ante. I hope you're ready. Shall begin. It's time for the 6th question. A catastrophic event known as the Great Collapse befell our continent a long time ago. Disaster resulted in the complete loss of civilization and fractured people into different factions that waged war on one another for many centuries to follow. This period, known as the Dark Ages, was eventually ended by one such faction that arose triumphant. They organized themselves to bring out order and justice to Zemuria, allowing for the rebuilding of society to begin. You probably know who I'm talking about, right? It was the Septian Church, wasn't it? It sure was. Good job paying attention in Sunday school. You know, funnily enough, I never paid attention in Sunday school. Around year 500 of the Septian calendar, the Septian Church emerged to spread the teachings of the sky goddess Aidios. Their intent was to provide aid to those in need. The church's influence grew powerful enough to establish themselves across Zemuria, so the nobles and knights who ruled during the Dark Ages could no longer ignore them. The effects of Aidios and her teachings can still be felt all across the continent to this day, as they are deeply rooted in our society. Okay, good work on that one, Lloyd. Anyway, on to lucky number 7. The headquarters of the Septian Church is located in a city-state known as the Holy City of Arteria. The Holy City of Arteria is made of various administrative organizations to handle specific tasks, giving it a state-like structure. Or is one that handles the church's ceremonial rituals. Do you happen to know which organization I'm referring to? Is the Congregation of Divine Worship. Bingo, good job. That one was a tough cookie. Okay, I guess that one. Most priests found within chapels and cathedrals across the continent are part of this branch of the church. There's actually a cathedral located outside of the northern exit of the city that I offer the occasional prayer at. The Archbishop in charge there is also from the Congregation of Divine Worship. Phew, that was really tough. If you feel the burn, we're almost there. On to the 8th question. As we all know, the Brace Guild has branches all across the continent. What I really want to know is, just where in Sevilla is its main headquarters located? Lehman. The Lehman State, obviously. You're Lehman, cuz. Right you are. I hate that. I hate this man price so much right now. Airlines are found in Lehman State alongside our biggest investors, the Epstein Foundation. In the event of a serious conflict, HQ could issue a direct order for all braces to mobilize. Oh, I see. Time for the 9th question. You ever heard of that infamous thief that lives in Erebonia? He's a bit of a strange one. He steals precious works of art and then sends out calling cards with riddles on how to retrieve them. Also, his identity is hidden behind a mask. Apparently, people laud him as some kind of hero. Sounds a bit silly if you ask me, though. Anyway, I got a little off track there. Do you know what name this bad boy likes to go by? It's the man, the myth, the legend himself, the boy, Phantom Thief B. I've actually heard of him before. Wasn't his name Phantom Thief B? Unbelievable! You got it right. Looks like you've done your foreign affairs homework. Is it for me to No, it's because I met him like 2 months ago. Is it transcends the conference ceremony? As people across the continent have heard of his misdeeds. Nothing is safe from his grasp either. He stole anything ranging from rare paintings to museums to a whole friggin' thing. Rumor has it that he was recently running amok in Libero. Who knows? Maybe you'll run into him sooner than you think. Yeah, I've definitely heard rumors. I'd like to avoid him if possible, though. It's time for the 10th and the final question. Erebonian and Calvert have been at each other's throats with rightful ownership of Crossbow for a while now. They've waged war against each other time and time again, causing grief and bloodshed for many innocent civilians. The situation became so severe that it was brought to the attention of Libero's Queen Alicia. She proposed a treaty to end the conflict between the two nations. The treaty was signed 2 years ago by 3 nations, Libero, Erebonia, and Calvert. If you're truly cross-Bellin, then the answer to this question should be a no-brainer, right? The non-aggression pact. I'm like, yeah, it's the non-aggression pact, but I'm gonna look anyway. And non-aggressive it was. That one should have been a gimme. The treaty was drafted with the intention of diffusing conflicts between any of the 3 nations via diplomacy as opposed to war. Prior to the signing of the treaty, tensions were at an all-time high in Crossbow State. As very most of the details of both nations' armored divisions thought it appropriate to hold simultaneous military exercises at our borders. One single misstep could have had catastrophic consequences. I'm sure it would have triggered a full-scale war between the two of them. And so Queen Alicia proposed this treaty as a means of preventing that from happening. We should all be extremely grateful to Libero. They really saved our behinds. More like Estelle and Joshua saved all our behinds. But yeah, okay. No way was I going to get that one wrong. Oh, it's finally over. I was having so much fun. Great job getting through that. Oh, thank Adios, it's finally over. Yeah. Well, I'm going to take a look at your score then. Go. Wowza, perfect score. Your knowledge is in line with our junior braces at least. Looks like you've got some potential in you after all. Oh, well, that's a relief to know. Thank you very much. Wow, didn't think you'd compliment like that. Dude, I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. I'm glad I could finally take a breather. I'm surprised Lloyd managed to answer questions outside of his area of expertise, too. I think I'll ask him to assist me with filing information for the database. With filling in, sorry. Oh, you guys are embarrassing me. Anyway, I have a little word for you for getting all of those questions right. Oh wow, you're freaking out of this. Yep. I didn't think you stood a snowball's chance in Gehenna of doing so well, so think of this as my apology for underestimating you. It's all yours now, sweetie. Take it. If you say so, thanks a lot. This concludes our little quiz. Now that's done, you guys better bust your lumps, your humps, and work hard so us braces can catch a breather every once in a while. Yes, sir, we'll do everything we can. Alright, let's go to the end. We apparently have a big boy fight coming up, so. No, it's West Street that has the thing. Okay. I was like, wait, is it West Street or? Interesting. Thank you! I'll need another water for this. Hey, it's now showing all the things. Except the chest over here. Okay, before that, I need water. Okay. I'm having trouble with my right eye right now. Oh, you're back already. Managed to stop those delinquents? What about that? We think the situation might be a bit more complicated than expected. How so? Interesting. Chief? Alright, I'll leave everything concerning this case to you lot then. Wait, what? What do you mean by that exactly? Whether you're willing to continue the investigation is entirely up to you. You won't be getting any info about Rivash out of me either. You'll have to dig for it on your own. How are you supposed to? If I told you to stop the investigation, would you follow orders? What? The Mafia being involved in this case already overcomplicates things. As your supervisor, the most logical step for me is to order you to close the case immediately. Now, is that what you want me to do? No? If we get up now, it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. Randy's right, especially after learning as much as we have. I agree as well. Well, I suppose if you naive kids slipped up and got yourself served on my watch, I'd have a hard time sleeping at night. So I'll do you a favor and introduce you to a trusted consultant of mine. A consultant? Sergey handed over a business card to Lloyd. Grimwood Law Office. Something by that name rings a bell. It's located over on West Street, run by a lawyer named Ian, big bearded guy. Oh, near the bakery, right? I remember talking to him a couple times when I lived in the area. I've heard of him too. Mr. Grimwood mainly provides legal consultations to corporations and other businesses, right? Though I believe he also offers the services to ordinary citizens too. That's right, between his beard and his build, the guy almost looks like a bear, so people have taken to call him Grizzly Grim. I'm sure he's got loads of info on the Mafia. Who knows, he might even have new intel that even the CPD doesn't know. Really? That is quite impressive. Just what kind of guy is this lawyer? You'll find out when you meet him. I spoke with him previously about SSS related matters. He'll at least hear you out if you tell him you're with the special support section. I figure if nothing else, this will be a good opportunity for you to go introduce yourselves. Understood, we'll check in with them. West Street is just around the corner. Everyone okay with paying this law office a visit? Of course, shall we head out? And there's even a shortcut to the West Street. Oh no! Hey, what? Huh? That's the bakery. And the law office, Grimwood. Grimwood Law Office. I believe this is the place. Yeah, I've seen it sold around the neighborhood before. I had no idea it was such a prestigious lawyer, though. Well then, Mr. Grimwood, I'm sure we'll speak again in the near future. Of course, I'll be here. Can't your division do anything more to solve this, though? We should think a little more about how this will impact the citizens. Currying favor with the populace is not my responsibility. If you'll excuse me. You four. Is something the matter? Ah, I see. So you're those pups that Sergey decided to adopt. Come again? Hold on, that badge. You work for the CPD too. Who I am isn't important to you. Imagine you're here to speak with Mr. Grimwood about something. Whatever it is, I hope you don't intend on wasting his time. Unlike you useless rookies, he's a busy man. Excuse me. Bitch, what do you do? We're actually doing shit! What was that phrase again? What was his problem? You look like a detective from one of the investigative divisions. He appeared to be the arrogant type. No, I'm arrogant. He's a narcissist. There's a difference. Maybe, but I get the feeling Specs there can hold his own. Joe's weapon strapped under his left arm. Wait, he had a weapon. I didn't even see it. Impressive observation, Randy. I detected it with my sensors. He carried a large handgun, military grade, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. Dang, guys. You two are amazing. It was nothing. I just managed to catch it out of the corner of my eye. More importantly, should we not head inside and greet the lawyer? Oh, right. I'm sure he's very busy, but we should still go ahead and introduce ourselves. Forget something, detective? Oh, pardon me. I mistook you all for someone else. Welcome to Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? Oh, no need to hold back. If you have a question, ask away. Before you look quite young, have you gotten some trouble with loans? Perhaps you're looking to open a business together. Come now, ask me anything. No, sir, it's nothing like that. This guy's got a lot of energy for an old man. So this is the famous Grizzly Grim. I see the rumors are true. Hold on. Now that I take a closer look, I can't help but feel as if I've seen you somewhere before, young man. Are you one of the kids that used to live in this neighborhood? Wow, you remember me. That's right, I lived in one of the apartment complexes here about 3 years ago. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. So you did live here, yes, that explains why you look so familiar. Wait. Bannings? Then could you be Guy Bannings' younger brother? Huh? Yeah, I am. You knew my brother then. More than just knew him, we... Never mind, I suppose you're here to discuss something important. Come on in. You can fill me in on the details once we take a seat. Oh, and where are my manners? I am Ian Grimwood, lawyer and head of this law firm. I am the big man. I see. I was wondering when I would meet the special sports section that Sergey told me he was putting together. Oh yes, now I think about it. I read an article in the Coastal Times about you. You certainly showed diligence and spunk right out the gate, didn't you? Sounds like our first job might have been a little exaggerated. So Guy's younger brother is a police officer now too. My, how wonderful. I can only imagine this is Adios as well. Mr. Grimwood, can I ask what your relationship was with my brother? Well, the same one I expect you and I will now have. Guy used to drop by occasionally, share and exchange all sorts of information with me. As I'm sure you know, he was an incredibly talented detective. So I'd wager he ended up helping me far more than I was able to help him. Wait a moment. Lloyd, your older brother is a detective? The hell, man? Why don't you tell us about him? Sorry, guys. I guess it just never came up. Besides, Guy's no longer with us. Fuck everything and everyone. That is my opinion on Guy being dead. Also, holy shit, can people stop interacting with my Twitter for 5 seconds? Like, please, people, I'm streaming. You mean, he was killed in the line of duty about 3 years ago now. Oh, that explains why you left Crossbelt. What happened to Guy truly was tragic. Believe it or not, I've conducted my own investigations into that particular incident. Sadly, any leads that may exist eluded me. Is that so? Well, let's put that aside for now. It's not why we've come here today. Mr. Grimwood, we've explained our situation to you. Is there anything you can share with us pertaining to Rivash or its recent activities? Rivash. There's a name surrounded by nothing but sinister rumors. Illegal dealings with both the Empire and the Republic, the selling of stolen goods, mirror laundering, weapon trafficking, and even operating as the middleman for hiring giggers. I'd say it's more than likely they take advantage of Crossbell's unique situation. Oh, fuck me. To aid them in each and every one of their long list of crimes. What do you mean by unique situation? What it means is, while trade and commerce have grown exponentially over the past few years, Crossbell's political foundation is quickly deteriorating, right? Well put, Crossbell and the politics are currently in an extremely fragile state. The majority of politicians choose to align themselves with either the Empire or Republic and are nothing more than greedy, power-hungry leeches. Even if some kind of legislation to crack down on Rivash was proposed, it would never pass. There are simply too many Diet members in their pocket. For real, damn. Unfortunately, it's correct. The number of Diet members tied to the Mafia is higher than I'd like to admit. That's likely the main reason the police can't touch them. The issue seems quite complicated, or perhaps I am simply still too young to understand. Does this mean Rivash can commit any crime they want with no repercussions? No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. If the government were to turn a blind eye to any obvious crimes on their part, I'm sure it would send Crossbones and our surrounding nations into an uproar. Therefore, Rivash has been very careful to avoid directly interfering with the citizenry's daily lives. However, as long as they don't actually cross that line, the CPD won't lay a finger on them. They've overlooked so many of Rivash's smaller crimes that they can't see what they've all added up to. This can't be real. Reality ain't so pretty. Beyond all the city's neon lights, there are demons lurking in the shadows. I can only wonder what sort of information is inside those highly classified documents. Anyway, that's essentially all I know about Rivash. However, I need to mention that the situation in the Mafia has taken a turn. Really? Could you explain? I hear that even the CPD has only just acquired this intel, but apparently a new faction strong enough to oppose Rivash has recently surfaced. And by all accounts, they are quite powerful indeed. A new faction? Surely it's not the Bracer Guild, right? No, this new faction is a threat to Rivash because they're looking to bring them to justice. The threat because they're in the same line of business. You see, there's a powerful organization that operates out of the Republic's eastern quarter. It's already managed to worm its way into Crossbow. What? You're certain of this? Yes, this organization turned out to be true, so I have no reason to be skeptical now. They're called Heyu. Just recently, a new commercial unit registered on the name of Heyu Trading opened. Oh! That is a throwback and a half name. Holy shit! Heyu Trading opened for business in the Harbor District. Yeah, we know these dudes. Well, fuck, I'm gonna have to fight them? We did it like as a test in like Cold Steel, but this is... Heyu. The name certainly seems to be of Eastern origins. If things go south, it'd mean a war between two organized crime groups. The petty fights we've seen between the street gangs would be nothing compared to that. You're absolutely right. At the very least, there haven't been overt signs of dispute between the two groups just yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they began battling each other outside of the public eye. The first move seems to keep a close eye on the whole thing. You don't say. So the man with glasses left right when we arrived was... Yes, that was Detective Dudley from the 1st Division. Cotelli was asking me questions on the same topic. That must have been horrible for him. Lloyd, you went quiet all of a sudden. Let me guess, you noticed something. Yeah, I still need time to sort it all out in my head though. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to find the lead we needed to move forward with our investigation. I'm just glad I could be of assistance. Sergei has always been a tremendous help to me. So personally, I'll be playing for your success. If you ever run into any problems, you're welcome to stop by here anytime. We met a bunch of Heyu employees in Cold Steel. I think it was like 3 or 4 or some shit. So what's the next course of action? No, it'd be either 2 or 4. I think. I'm trying to figure it out, but No. We didn't go to... Did we go to Crossbow too? No. Crossbow was 3 and 4, I think. Okay, I have no idea. I know in 4 we visited, because I remember that, because I spent way too long. So what's the next course of action? Should we go back to the SSS building and sort through all the information we've gathered? Good idea. Before we do that, now's the time to wrap up any unfinished business we still have to take care of. If Mancho... This is correct. Well, let's just say we're in for a bumpy ride. Well, we'll just have to buckle up then, won't we? Anyhow, let's head back to base once we've crossed everything on our to-do list. Sound good? Yes, it does. Let us make haste. No. How do I get down there? No, it's just an apartment. No. Oh. Okay, that's the geofront. That's the only explanation to it. What's that? A message, maybe? I don't know, my voice cracked, but I don't care. The notes stuck to the bulletin board. I got some errands to wrap up the case however you see fit, Sergey. Oh, I guess he stepped out. Well, it's too bad that he ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the ass. We could not rule out that possibility. Well, at the very least, we've been given permission to solve this case however we like. So with that in mind, what's our next step? We should review what we know. Yeah, definitely. Let's get this meeting started then. First off, we should review all our info that's relevant to the case. The incident took place around midnight 5 days ago. Oof. Members of both the Saber Vipers and Testaments were each ambushed by unknown assailants. However, the attacks occurred at two different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. The Testament's member was attacked in the alleyway to the west. And the Saber Viper got messed up in front of Ignis, which is towards the east. In other words, the attack happened at opposite ends of the area. Exactly, by spacing this far apart, it prevented each group from immediately learning about the attack on the other. Both gangs took their wounded members directly back to their respective bases, and the victims were moved to the hospital the next day. One of the victims transported there in the same ambulance. Yeah, I can only imagine how much of a shock that was to the paramedics. The gangs, however, wouldn't be aware of the ambulance's passengers. So consequently, each group came to the conclusion they were attacked by the other, which is what we confirmed today. Yeah, the only answer makes sense is that there was a third party involved. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for the attacking the other are pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. Yeah, my eyes are starting to hurt. Like I'm unable to focus because like I have one eye that's just hurting. So those ones don't seem feasible, but we already have an idea who that third party might be. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah. They're the ones in control of Crossbow's criminal underbelly, the notorious mafia, Revash & Co. According to intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted a mafioso snooping around the downtown district a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of that, but for now, let's continue to review with the assumption that Revash was responsible for both attacks. Well, that just brings us to the next question. What was their motive? Exactly. Figuring out the answer to that is crucial. If we can't figure out the motive, we're all the way back to square one. Motive, huh? There's hardly any conflict of interest between the Mafia and the two gangs. There must be some line that connects these three dots together. Imagine you already have some idea of what that is, don't you, Lloyd? Well, I can't say that with certainty, of course. But I think there's at least one thing that might connect these three factors. The presence of Heiyu. The only realistic possibility that comes to mind is Heiyu. Alright, a grizzly friend mentioned them, didn't he? That definitely feels like the most likely possibility for now. In that case though, what about Heiyu connects these three? In order for them to connect it, there must be some necessity. For example, was it this connection with Heiyu that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable? Yeah, that would explain everything. Oh? What you thinking? What about that necessity Tio mentioned? What do you think Rivash would do if they found out Heiyu was trying to establish a foothold in Crossbell? Well, imagine they'd want to build up their oh. You want to force this pronto. Recruit more people to upgrade the weaponry, you know. Rivash should have no problems getting the weapons, given their known smuggling operations. But how did they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally, you'd hire Jaegers. But that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the scrutiny the neighboring countries put on us. So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Ermode and Calvert would never overlook unauthorized Jaegers entering the state. The two Daya factions representing them would likely react the exact same way too. Oh, that's it! Lloyd, could the Mafia be recruiting the gang members? Hot-blooded and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a more perfect pool of cats to beef up the Mafia's presence in the city. But there are certain individuals in each gang preventing that, aren't there? Right. I could never see Wazi cooperating with the Mafia. And I doubt Wald would bow down to any kind of authority, even Rivash. He's not the type of person who would allow others to boss him around. So Rivash realizes this and plots to weaken the two gangs, intending to swoop in later and back the remaining members. Hell, that must be it. Remember, this is still nothing more than a theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Oh, look at you being all modest. Think your analysis situation isn't too far off from the truth, Lloyd. Your reasoning was sound and logical. Clear detective certifications were well earned. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So, everyone, our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think? Those two? Hey, you don't mean... I sure do. Wald, Wales, and Wazi Hemisphere. Leaders of the Saber Vipers in the Testaments. Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored. Ask me to come here alone in the middle of the damn night. Who do these police brats think they're dealing with? Is that the last train bound for Calvert? Yes, I believe it was. Was he? Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight. Wouldn't you agree? Oh, this is rich. You pretended to be one of those CPD pipsqueaks to catch me off guard. You must think you're so damn clever. Fine, bring it on, pretty boy. If you're looking for a fight, I'm more than happy to give you one. Let's end this. You know, I'm always up for a bit of late-night wrestling. But alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. The hell does that mean? You'll see soon. They just arrived. It's you punks. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll both find it interesting at least. Hold the phone. Anecdotes, fun. What the hell are you two going on about? Oh, Wald, you're such a simpleton. What did you... Surely remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago. They're here to tell us who they believe the culprit was, obviously. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, Wazi. I assume you already had your own suspicions? Well, at first I wondered if one of my members had perhaps acted out of line, but as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Saber Viper's side too. Sadly, that's as far as my deductions could take me. I see, that'll make things easier to explain at least. Hey! Wazi's ahead of us! Let's go! Wald Wales. I know there are still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we've found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we've come to with the information on hand. I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it. My, how unexpected. To think that we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course. After all, Rivash sent some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. Huh, interesting. That settles things with one of them. So, Wald, I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well. Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Said I'm packing real fast. Can't believe they actually had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Hey, wait! Are you trying to tell me? You beat up the Mafia? Bro, you want to join? I could use someone who could beat up the Mafia. Wazi, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. Wait, you can't. Such a short temper. Calm down, Wald. Acting recklessly will just lead to... Last time was merely jest, but you really are a simpleton. Say that again? You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it. The leader of the Saber Vipers, Wald Wales, waltzing into the Mafia sights like a pig to slaughter. You won't stand a chance. Shut it. We don't know what'll happen until we try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little Vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? He's like, wait. What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that, huh? Of course I don't. I believe that only a small part of the Mafia is actually involved in this little scheme. As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on, just a handful of them who have it coming. And I know just the way to get our revenge and ensure they never show their faces in the downtown district ever again. I'll require your help though, Walt. You need my help? Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it after all. Stop it. After all, you're helping too. Wait! Wait! Hold up! Hey, yo! Let's go! Waz is joining us! Temporarily. But still, let's go! We're doing what now? Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I'd claim that it makes it your obligation to gently persuade the Mafia into leaving all of us down there alone for good. Gently persuade! Fuck's sake, was he? This man's straight up Yakuza. This man is a straight up Yakuza boss. I love him for it, but also... Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Whoa! What exactly is Wazi talking about? I do not quite understand either. Looks to me like he's about to sink his fangs to poor Lloyd. Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory. Is it only natural to see this case through? 3 days passed since then. The conversation between the rival gangs died down, fortunately. The outside districts developed in an atmosphere so tranquil it bordered on eerie. Then... Oh. Huh, it's way too quiet around here. We went through all that effort and those dumbasses still haven't torn each other apart. Don't you worry, those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. One small spark and everything will be up in flames. Those morons won't even know it hit them. All we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of them. Blue or red don't matter. As soon as you see one, kick his ass. And for your own sake, you better not get caught. Use a slingshot for a Saber Viper and just bash one of those Testament guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys. I'm guessing that's Wazi. One tiny blue bunny down. What a dumbass. Fell right into our trap. We don't got time to waste. Rough him up, boys. Just be sure you don't kill him. This is just business. No hard feelings, okay? Think again. Boom. Oh, smart! What? What the hell? Man, I'm honestly a little shocked. I didn't think he'd fall into our traps so easily. Who the hell is this guy? To tell you the truth, I'd be fine with cuffing you and taking you down to the precinct already. But I'm not sure the force will find just this one sting operation sufficient evidence to hold you. So I have to let you go this time. Oh crap, don't tell me this guy's with... He's a cop! Not to worry, boys, he's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the hell did they fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock absorbing pad under my hood was definitely a good call, though. Damn it! They were on to us since when? Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful towards your misdeeds. Or if you prefer, we can do the hunting this time. That may prove entertaining. Damn. Quick, split up! Hey, hold on. Two of you, come with me. Was he? Hey, hold on a second. Crap. What should we do, Lloyd? Come with me, Tio. Ellie, Randy, I'll leave the other group to you. Roger. Understood. Damn it, I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. I'll need to contact headquarters and request backup. Hold on. If the boss finds out we screwed up, he'll... Damn. Fine then, we should at least... Where do you punk asses think you're going? What? When they get here? These boys aren't going anywhere. Yes, we have them surrounded. It's in Lloyd's and Theo's hands now. Damn, those morons. Don't got much choice now. We'll have to go from the back. A valiant effort, but no dice. Where did you come from? Jump for it! And you're trapped! You've got nowhere else to run now. Like moths to a flame. Sorry to spoil, but our fun little game of cops and robbers has come to an end. Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender, no? Heh. Haha. Look at you cocky little brats. You think you're so damn smart? Well, we're about to show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious. Better hope you live to regret it. It seems they want to fight after all. Well, I for one am happy to oblige. I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Fun enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. Incoming. Man's level 8. Ah. You damned kids. Boom. True, I knew they weren't going to be pushovers, but that was tough. That man was brandishing an Erebonian manufactured military-grade pistol. The ace model, I might add. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons the group smuggles. By the way, Lloyd, I must say, you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation and fall, it looked so real, it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anybody else put themselves in harm's way. I do not find that reason enough to volunteer for such a dangerous role. You really are considerate to a fault. Really? That hard-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turn-off. Huh? Anyway, I was able to exact my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help. It's like, yeah, we got him back. It's all good. Your cooperation has been much appreciated. You cocky little, where do you get off acting like you've won? Now you've done it, you sons of bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Rivash. You damn rookies will rule the day. All the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free. Is that what you think? What? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punch-backs. Then beat the absolute piss out of you. Okay. Please? Wait, well, that's going too far. Not to worry. You can leave the rest to us. Well, try not to get too carried away, okay? These guys are professionals after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Whatever. He's like, fine! I love these two. They actually have, like, a lot of respect for each other. Like, they may be kind of antagonistic, but it's not like I'm gonna murder you levels of antagonistic. It's just, you know, it's like a friendly rivalry. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well now, would it? Yeah, let's be real here. If you want to be like, boss, a bunch of kids beat us up, you'd probably just be shot dead. Like, let's be real. Get bent, asshole. You'd be too large under if we were taking you seriously. My, I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. Hey! And Grace is here. Grace? What are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm trying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why you're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you can take Rivash on, huh? Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Fine, whatever, will be going out. If you don't keep your word, lady. Yeah, standard is your threat, I got it. To be fair, though, You're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Cross the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find the braces on your tails. What? The bracers? Just a little FYI, Arios was strong considering taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he was totally up to his neck and request. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh, hell no. As if we'd ever be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arius McLean. Yeah! You do not want to make enemies of anybody who's got the title of Divine Blade. Like, have y'all seen Cassius and Reen fight? Like, Nani? There's no point staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. The moment they heard Arius McLean is coming in, be like, nope, I'm done. Oh boy, Arius McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. I've heard my fair share about his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. Go to hell with the shit. Screw it, show's over, boys. They're like, yep. He's like, Wald is like, nope, not doing it, not even I'm that dumb. He's like, hey, look, I'm a battle junkie, but not even I'm that bad. Wald's a battle junkie, but not even he's that bad. He's like, nope, we out, boys. Get your asses moving, we're leaving. Yeah. I hope my mic didn't peak when I did that. I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you. Yeah, I suppose so. Though I guess our original mission was only to stop that one fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have reason to go to war with Wald anymore, right? What are you going about now? What? Whether the Mafia's involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while. But our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Hold on now. If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, Abbas. Our crusade has ended. Let us withdraw. Yes, sir. What an incorrigible group of men. Man, leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes ready for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. Yeah, no, if it's like a one-on-one fight, it doesn't really matter because it's like, it's just two kids fighting, right? It's the moment it's a full-scale bloody war where one side is going to be completely massacred. That's when there's an issue. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, for sure. It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. We're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job yet again. How is that? Did I nail it? Well... What useless petty pride? There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Only once you've understood this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. Huh? Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty-night. So Grace worked with Guy. Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd? Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people that could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the SSS building and give Chief Sergei our report. I think I get the picture. I guess you guys did pretty okay for a bunch of rookies, huh? You pulled what little experience you have and found the way through. Thank you, sir. That is a compliment, right? Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during this case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a pain in the ass. Crossbell's seedy underbelly. Complicated hotbed of corruption hidden just below the surface. It's true. Let me just remind you guys that the people over at CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes. Most of our detectives are pretty damn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who've sold their honor to the mafia, for example. So how about it, Lloyd? You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. These barriers are the reason that the special sports section was established, right? Oh? Protect civilians above all else. The Bracers Code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing. The sale of stolen goods and money laundering. Collusion between the mafia and government officials. These are all problems that lie outside the Bracers' jurisdiction. He's got a point. So even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. Trails from zero. Trails from nothing. He's right. We as the SSS can create opportunities others can't for true change in Crossbell. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the mafia. Here I had you pegged as the serious type. It turns out you're as hot-blooded as they come. Hey! I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still, working with all of you on that last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd. Well, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech yet. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. So you think I have my head in the clouds, don't you? I think you're fine the way you are. While it's true that the SSS was created under some complicated circumstances, it's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use your division however you see fit. Chief, I'm not able to give you much direct assistance with your mission. Oh, I might not be able to give you much direct assistance. But if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and tick off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. We appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer a laissez-faire approach. Sheesh, being understanding is one thing, but this is getting closer to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt. It's one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Will the SSS remain a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild, or will it become something new, something that creates new possibilities for this city? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. Prologue end. With that, I'm going to BRB. And we're back.
さすが皆さんです。わわ、大変でしたね。ランクアップですね。
Hey, we got all 41.
おめでとうございます。
We just got 3. Man, I can't believe it's taken this long to get the end of the prologue.
お疲れ様。今月も大変だ
It
ったわ
seems
ね。
like you've had another rough month, Arius.
何いつものこと
It's fine, nothing new as far as I'm
そ
concerned.
れよりも
And anyway, I'm here regarding my payment. No problem. Via IBC as usual, I assume. Look, seeing as I'm the one giving you all these requests, I'm sure I'm the last person to talk. But maybe you should consider reducing your workload just a teensy bit. I can only imagine how lonely poor Shizuku must be.
ごめん。
Oops, sorry, I said I wouldn't bring this up anymore, didn't I?
それはそう。
That reminds me, headquarters contact me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer.
またそれか
Are you seriously still at it?
保険に関
I've rejected the offer numerous times already. How many more will it take? Well, can you blame them? I'm sure they're just desperate to find someone to fill the gaping hole Cassius Bright left when he quit. Didn't you two trade under the same master? You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already. While that may be true on paper, we're completely different people. Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale. To be honest, even being considered as equal is far more than I deserve. Oh, don't give me any of that. We both know it isn't true. What about that case in Remiferia? The Grand Prince himself prevented you with a Medal of Honor. If you ask me, that's more than enough of a qualification. I have to disagree. I never truly resolved the issue. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there.
本来なら
It actually intended to refuse the medal. Gosh, Arios, you're a regular stick in the mud, you know that? Come on, accepting that promotion will drop your workload a little bit. You've done over 100 quests this month alone. For ADO's sake, that can't be healthy.
無理をしている
Well, I certainly don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew.
列車と飛行船の
Traveling for work isn't nearly as strenuous now that there are more trains and flights coming in and out of the city. And besides, those 2 bracers transferring here should help reduce my workload a bit. Oh, you mean those kitties? I suppose you're right, they might be rookies, but I see a lot of potential in them. At the very least, they'll be much more dependable than those kids in the special sports. Hello, anyone home? Oh, would you speak of the devil? Is that who I think it is? Come on in, we're upstairs. Oh, the 2nd floor? Gotcha. Thanks for having us. Oh, a boy? It is! Let's go! Hey, Michelle. Holy smokes, Arios is here too? I'm glad we managed to catch you while you're in. Yes, it's quite a lucky coincidence. It's been 3 months or so, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you're both doing well. I never imagined we'd be seeing you two transferring to our little branch. It's just fantastic. Now that you're both here, we'll have Crossbow cleaned up in no time flat. Well, we may be good, but we're not that good. Uh-huh! We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Oh, where are manners? We should officially introduce ourselves. Estelle Bright, Senior Racer. Joshua Bright, also Senior Racer. Special reporting for duty at the Bracer Guild's Crossville branch. Let's go! So that means that this is where they show up. Afternoon of the Wolves. The chief sure is late. I'd like to start a morning meeting soon if we can. I really don't think we can begin without him. I would have slept in if I knew we'd just be waiting around. Waking up at noon, hitting the casino, letting the good times roll till the wee hours, that's the life. The life of a hopeless reprobate. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Chief Sergei, good morning, sir. Good morning. Shall we start the meeting now? No need. Just got a call from HQ. You guys have been assigned a special mission today. Congrats. A special mission? I'm getting some bad vibes already. Is it similar to the previous one? Don't look at me. They didn't give me any details. You'll have to go to the main CPD building and find out yourself. Your client will be waiting for you there. Did we just fast travel to CPD? Well, we are again for another visit with Vice Commissioner Jackass. Don't imagine what he wants to bitch at us about this time. Remember that we were told this was about a client waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain. I have a sinking feeling you'll find reason to scold us regardless. I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though. Wait, is his name actually Jackass? Lloyd Banks reporting in. The special support section has arrived. Come in. Excuse us. Fussy voice. Oh, I recognize that uniform. The Crossbell Guardian Force, right? Oh, hell! My, is that how you greet a former superior officer? Randy Orlando? Randy, what did you do? Care to elaborate any meanings behind that outburst of yours? Oh, no, I was just surprised to see you here, that's all. Do you two know each other? Your action is that of a man with a guilty conscience. Oh shit. Cough, cough. Show some respect, you four. This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Biles, Deputy Commander of the CGF. Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force? Please forgive my misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She's that distinguished. Oh, you have no freaking idea. She is the CGF second in command after all. Took account her expertise and how much pull she's got in the force. She might as well be in charge. At ease, detectives, sir, you're the special support section I've heard so much about. Yes, ma'am. We were told you were looking to submit a support request with us. Is that right? You should feel honored, rookies. It's an honor for useless ignorance like yourselves to be called upon by the deputy commander herself. Vice Commissioner Pierre, allow me to handle it from here. But, understood. I'll leave it in your capable hands, ma'am. Thank you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Biles, Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force. I came to ask the Special Support Section to lend us your expertise on a particular matter. Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation. An investigation of a monster attacks. That's correct, Detective. Several locations throughout Crossbell have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month. We'd like for your division's cooperation in investigating this matter. Wait just a moment. You want us to investigate attacks that have been happening outside of Crossbell City? Do you take issue with that? No, ma'am, not at all. Ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, the CGF is already conducting its own investigation into the matter, correct? Considering that, is there even room for us to help? Yes, plenty in fact. Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I hate to admit, our investigators have hit a dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping the investigation will benefit from a different point of view. A different point of view. A trained detective, to be exact. One that will differ greatly from a guardsman. By that reasoning, however, I wouldn't specifically need the special support section. I could have, for example, gone to the renowned 1st Division for their assistance instead. Well, I'd love to introduce you to them. But as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties. As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led us to seeking the aid of the SSS. I mean, I would have preferred that she worded like, but since, you know, the brother of one, you know. Are there any objections? No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. How exactly would you like us to assist? Sergeant Major Seeker. Yes, ma'am. Here you are. Oh, thank you. Wait, huh? She seems... is something wrong? I'm fine, my apologies. Can't I feel like I've seen her somewhere before? A report. It appears to be a case file from the CGF. Correct, it contains all of our findings thus far. We prefer if you began your investigation having only read that file. To so limit unwanted bias from your work. I see. In that case, we'll look through it as soon as we're done here. We'll leave it in your capable hands. Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for now. We'll establish a direct line of communication with the SSS, so don't hesitate to contact us if you discover anything. Roger. My apologies for the disturbance, Vice Commissioner. No, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office anytime. Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work, Randy. Well, you know, I'd say the work here is more thrilling than staring at the border and doing drills all day. Good to hear. I'm glad my efforts to transfer you were worth it. Let's head out, Seeker. Roger. I'll be taking my leave. Phew, man, oh man. So she was your superior officer back in the Guardian Force, Randy? Sure was. She wasn't my direct boss, though. She just gave me a bunch of tips and pointers for our training and drill sessions. Don't let her gorgeous looks fool you. You cross that lady and bam! Full nightmare mode. She'll scare the piss right out of you. Knowing Randy, I can only assume his terrible work ethic set her off on multiple occasions. I could absolutely see that happening. Yeah? He has an act for getting in trouble with women. On that note, do you know the girl that was accompanying the Deputy Commander, Randy? Nah, I've never seen her before. I'd bet a pretty mirror that she's in the Tangram Gate division of the CGF. Those guys assist Deputy Commander battles with their work. Oh, wait just a sec. Don't tell me you've taken a fancy to her. Well, Lloyd, was it love at first sight? Well... Stay. What? No, it was nothing like that. I just had a strange feeling that I had met her somewhere before. Ahem. What do you want, jackass? Oh, right. How much longer do you guys plan to take up space in my precious office spewing this pointless drivel? Don't tell me. Is this a plot by that good-for-nothing Sergei to have you come here and emulate me? No, sir, definitely not. No, I would have said yes. Yes, it is. We're here to annoy the ever-living crap out of you so that, you lay off him. We're terribly sorry, sir. Please excuse our rudeness. Go on, get out of here. To think that every single one of you ignored my warning. Should know full well what awaits you then. Well, hey now. Whatever, enjoy that little investigation of yours out in the wilderness. I'm sure it'll be a fun little camping trip. Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it? We can boot that damn Sergei out along with you. If you'll excuse us. Am I allowed to kill Jackass over there? Commissioner Jackass strikes again. Swear, as soon as I step in there and see that dumb tuft of hair on his forehead, my blood pressure spikes. Pathetic attempt to stave off a receding hairline. I suppose we're being disrespectful in front of him. However, it doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with us. Let's just try to forget about him for now, guys. We should head back to the SSS building and go through this report. After that, we'll decide on the direction our investigation should take. Right? Lieutenant Colonel Bells gave the impression these weren't ordinary monster attacks. I'm curious what she meant when she said too many questions remain unanswered. So, we know exactly where this is heading. This is worse than I thought. So it really is happening everywhere. It seems most of these incidents haven't been reported by the media yet, though. Yeah, there's something fishy going on, no question. These are definitely not your typical monster attacks. Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are native to Crossbell? I'm not sure, actually, but clear paw prints were found at the scene of each incident. So, I think it's safe to say creatures like this exist and are in the area. But the Guardian Force investigation still hasn't confirmed their existence, right? That's a little disconcerting. For real, these monsters must be pretty damn crafty if they're able to pull off all these attacks without ever being seen. I mean, shouldn't they have hired some kind of hunter to track them down instead? Probably so. I'm not certain we'll be able to contribute much to this case. Lloyd, what's the matter? Did that ace detective light bulb of yours start flickering again? Not exactly, I was just thinking. I know these are monster attacks, but why don't we treat this as we would any other investigation? Well, I suppose that commander did say she wanted a detective's point of view. So we search for clues as per usual. Yeah, and if we treat this series of attacks as all being part of one large case, who would be our culprit? Obviously those wolf-like monsters the report mentioned, right? Sounds like a pack of them's been moving together. True, and with that in mind, what would the profile and motive of the culprits be? Motive? Oh, I understand now. You're saying that a motive isn't apparent from these reports. Exactly. If these monsters are as intelligent as we suspect, they would typically stay away from populated areas. If the motive was hunger, the medical college would be the last place they'd look for food. There has to be some hidden truth that explains their seemingly irrational behavior.
確かに
Logically speaking, that does make sense.
そうすると
Suppose we settle on a direction for investigation then. Think so. We'll start by visiting the affected areas and gather information from anyone connected to the incident. By doing things our way, we'll be able to supply the CGF with some supplementary info at the very least. I agree. Every little clue and lead we can find will go toward helping the Guardian Force. Whew, that's a relief. Hero was thinking we'd be spending the day blindly hunting monsters in the mountains. So Lloyd, where do you suggest we begin our investigation? Let's see. Now we start with Armorica Village, the first area that was attacked. Considering our Armorica report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to gather enough clues to start building a profile of the monsters. That sounds like a good start. Armorica Village is northeast of Crossbow City, right? Yeah, we should be able to get there by taking the bus from the east exit. Needless to say, this will be our first mission outside of the city. We don't know what we're heading into, so let's make sure we leave well prepared. Makes sense. To be safe, we should check any new support requests that have come into. Here's a new special bread recipe. Can you guys lend me a hand? Interesting. So, ooh. Mm. 6 hours, 30 minutes. Okay, with that, I'm gonna end off here because my eye is bugging out. I will be back tomorrow. Did it save? Yes, okay. I'll be back tomorrow with more, as always. So I will see you guys then. Tomorrow might be a longer stream because 1, I don't have work in the afternoon, and 2, you know, it's Wednesday.